Welcome everybody to our BSPU call. This week, I want to talk to you about 5 things that you should understand, you can do, you need to do, or at least some of these you need to do to crush your goals with your book. You really should have goals with your book, okay? So I'm at least taking that and putting it off to the side. If you don't have specific goals that you're trying to reach with your book, then I would probably first and foremost suggest that you really think through, okay, what can I achieve with my book? What do I want to see happen with my book so that the next 5 things that I give you are things that you are motivated to apply, right? With Publish, Promote, Profit, I have really specific goals that I continue to try to meet. I didn't have like one big overarching goal of selling 100,000 copies, which we've done. That wasn't the goal. It wasn't even to hit the Wall Street Journal list. Later, that became a goal that I was interested in. Initially, that was not the goal. The goal was really to see how far I could push Publish, Promote, Profit to generate new customers and leads for me. The same is true right now with Book Funnel Secrets, which we've just launched. And of course, we have Write with AI, which is rolling. Plus, we have a couple of other funnels that we run on a regular basis. So have a goal. Let's have a 0. We have 5 things that I want to talk to you about. But let's say the 0 thing is you need a goal for your book. You need to think about, hey, what do I want this book to do for me? To begin, though, let me give you the 5 things. And of course, these will be applicable even for you to think about what number 0 is, right? What your goals are. So number 1 is you need to embrace and adopt the right mindset about your book and about your opportunity, whatever that is. Not long ago, I was on a call with a buddy of mine in the publishing space. And of course, hey, how's it going? And he just expressed all of these struggles and all of these challenges. And of course, there's economic factors and there's interest rates are still higher than they should be. And there's the housing market that isn't great if you're involved in real estate, and on and on and on. It's going great for us. It's going fine for us. It's the same market. There are many people in the publishing space that are doing just fine. If your mindset is that opportunity is scarce, then I'm going to suggest that you're going to find that opportunity is scarce. That is just going to be the case. And so you need to enter your marketplace with the mindset that there is opportunity all around me. Success starts with a belief that opportunities exist for you right now. There are people right now selling books just like yours and using those books to get more of whatever it is that they want, whether it's speaking engagements, whether it's new high-ticket clients, whether it's done-for-you services, whether it's PR and media, and the list goes on and on and on. And if someone else can do it, my friend, you can do it also. That's 1A. 1B is you have to have the belief that people are actively searching right now for solutions to the problems that you can solve. I don't know what specific problems you solve, but right now, there are plenty of people in your market and in your space that are searching for solutions. And your book may be the very first thing, the catalyst that gets them to come back to you for those solutions. So you need to understand and just believe that the market in a general sense is doing just fine. There are people that are making money. There's people that are doing well. And specifically in your space, there are people that are searching. I was speaking to a client just the other day, and one of the things the client expressed is, you don't understand, there's so many people in my space, they're broke, they're really struggling, they're going through all kinds of difficulties. And I'm like, look, that's my space also. In my space is filled with broke dreamer authors, broke dreamer creatives. Now, I don't believe that that's you, but if you have any part of that mentality, you need to exit away from it. The whole idea that the market, your market, whatever it is that you sell, is filled with people that are completely broke, I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. Yes, the people that are most vocal, they tend to be the ones that are victims or the ones that are broke or the ones that are expressing challenge. But I guarantee you, there's plenty of people in your marketplace right now that are searching for solutions and that they can pay for your solutions. That's true in my market, and that's true in your market as well. The other thing about the right mindset is you have to understand that the mindset is your beginning of putting energy out into your marketplace and world. Okay. Now, I'm a very pragmatic person. So I'm not trying to give you, I want to say woo woo, but for those of you that are woo woo, I don't want you to take offense. Right. I have nothing against that. I just don't have any other way to kind of explain it. I'm not talking about energy from the standpoint of, like our molecules are, and we are literally made up of energy, which we are, right? I'm talking about like your attitude and your mentality. And if your attitude and your mentality and your mindset is wrong and it's scarce and it's victim, then that's the energy you're going to put out into the world. And I am sorry, no one is attracted to that. So it starts with your mindset. It starts with your mentality. If you're not making the kind of money that you want, then answer the question, what is my mindset about the marketplace right now? What is my mindset about whether or not there are people that can afford my solutions to whatever problems it is that they're facing? Ask yourself that first and foremost. You have to get that right. That's foundational. Okay. All right. Number two, Jim Rohn, who is just a famous kind of mindset and coach, and Tony Robbins coach who's been passed away for a number of years now. He tells this story, many short stories and anecdotes. He has this kind of short anecdote where he is talking about one of his clients who's very successful. And he says, look at so-and-so. Of course she's successful. Look at all that she is doing. And the idea there is, of course she's successful because she isn't just doing one thing to grow her success, to use her book, to attract more clients, to get more of whatever it is that she wants. She is doing so much that, of course, the only response can be that she is successful. So number two is, if you want to be successful with your book, you need to use your book to make more offers. Make more offers. To increase your sales, to get more of whatever it is that you want, you need to present your offer more often and in more ways than you ever actually imagined. Now, this doesn't have to be salesy. Even. I'm not talking about being salesy. I'm talking about finding ways to present your solutions, to present yourself, to present your book that isn't the run of the mill. It's on Amazon. I published it. Well, so are 11 million other titles. What else are you doing so that someone can say, of course she's successful? Look at all that she is doing. As an example, at Bestseller Publishing, we have it's 4 right now, front-end funnels where we're selling low-ticket offers. So Write with AI, $4.95. Book Funnel Secrets, $7.95. Publish, Promote, Profit, $7.95. Then there are bump offers, then there are upsell offers, and then eventually there's offers for a coaching call and for somebody to come back and get some specific help from our team. We run them every single day. Now, I know that might sound like a lot, and yes, we're spending thousands of dollars regularly on our advertising, and I've been doing it for years. And so, yes, I'm good at it, but I wasn't in the beginning, and I did do it myself with Steve, who's now been with me for 14 plus years. We also, besides all of the paid advertising funnels that we run, which include application funnels that I didn't even mention, we run regular workshops. I do webinars. It used to be as much as twice a week. And I say used to be, meaning just a couple of months ago. I've backed off of that a little bit because I got a little bit tired personally of doing it. But I run webinars at least 2 to 3 times per month. I'm planning for a new 5-day challenge. I usually do several 5-day challenges every single year. There was a time I was doing a 5-day challenge every single month. I do multiple weekly joint venture webinars where other people send emails out to get people to my list. Some of you are clients of mine because of that. And of course, I have an email list with over 100,000 people on it because I've been doing this for a while. Not to mention the regular content creation that we do, not to mention that my books are on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all of that. right? Plus podcast, plus the content I'm creating for YouTube, for shorts and reels, etc. So we are finding ways to make more offers on a regular basis, educate people, get people in front of our content, and then send them back to some kind of offer, whether it's a low ticket offer like buying a book or buying a course, or it's a higher ticket offer that we're going to have a consultative call about. Find a way to make more offers on a regular basis with your book at the center of that. Okay. Number 3, find ways to leverage different channels of opportunity. Now, channels of opportunity are social media. Facebook is a channel. Instagram is a channel. TikTok is a channel. LinkedIn is a channel. YouTube is a channel. Within Facebook, you have long form post, you have short post, you have reels. Within Instagram, you have multiple different ways to reach consumers, to reach people. So you need to be thinking about, okay, what can I do consistently? Keyword, leverage different channels consistently. What can I do consistently and not rely on just one channel? So I mentioned we have free plus shipping funnels and books. We have application funnels. We do Facebook groups. I have a multiple number of Facebook groups where we're building out groups on Facebook and staying in contact and connection with people there. We try to diversify our efforts so that we can maximize the reach and engage people wherever they are. Now, there's 2 primary ways to leverage different channels. Here's the thing. You have to choose one of these ways. There's 2 ways to do it and only 2 ways. And that is, 1, you can create content consistently on those channels. It is free to do that, doesn't cost anything but your time and your energy and your discipline. And that's something that I think most of you should be doing. The other is like it, but it does cost, and that's paid advertising. So all of these channels, every one of the channels that I mentioned and others that I didn't mention, like Pinterest, etc., like Spotify, podcast, etc. All of those channels, you're going to have 2 ways to reach those users, and the users of those channels, some of them are searching for your solutions. All you have to do is get in front of them. You're either going to do that with content that you create on a regular basis or with paid advertising. I have chosen the paid advertising route. I like that. It's faster. I get feedback quicker. And for me, it's a math problem. If I can put $1 into the machine and in 30 or 60 days get $2 back out or $3 back out, then I can scale that up. And I am not having to be a slave to creating content on a regular basis. Honestly, I should have been a content creator and focused on creating content. And at different times, I've had spurts of that, but I've never personally been able to stick with it. So it's good that I have figured out advertising. So you need to decide what kind of person you're going to be. Now, you can't say, I'm not going to do either of those. You can't say that. I mean, if you say that, and if that is your mentality, then you're just never going to reach whatever your goals are with your book. You're not going to. So you have to make a choice. Which route am I going to go? Now, I'm not saying you need to create 7 or 10 posts every single day, but it is something you should be creating content on a regular basis. And you're either going to write it or you're going to speak it. That's it. You're either going to shoot video and audio and do podcasts and shorts and reels, or you're going to write. Either of those will work for you, but you have to consistently find ways to leverage these different channels. And I promise you, in many cases, if you create just one base piece of content, you can then split that piece of content up over and over and over again on all of these different platforms. So if you're into the content creation, there's ways to leverage that ability. If you're into advertising, then obviously advertising can scale as long as you get the math right. All right, number 4 way to crush it with your goals. You need to prioritize consistency. You need to prioritize perseverance. Perseverance is a superpower when it comes to business and life and relationships, and certainly with your book. It is a superpower. There's a reason that my book continues to sell right now, because I continue to put it in front of people. I continue to find new ways to get it in front of an audience. And here's what I've learned. Yes, it's sold all of these copies, but the reality is there are new people coming into my market every single day. And if there are new people coming in every day, then I have just as much an opportunity today with those new people as I did 7 years ago when Publish, Promote, Profit was originally published. The opportunity is the same because new people are coming in all the time. So what do you have to do to be consistent? Well, number one, you have to understand, or A, you have to understand that you can't wait for people to come to you. That is the common mistake that authors make. I just want to, my work is done now that I've written the book. I want to publish it and let everything else come to me. You can't do that. You need to be proactive in creating opportunities. You need to be continuous in engaging your audience through content, offers, follow-ups. And here's the thing, you can use systems, all different kinds of systems, like referral programs, like being on other people's podcasts, like creating one piece of content that then gets split up into 10 different pieces of content and in 6 or 7 different platforms, right? One video that's 30 minutes long, like this one, can be turned into a podcast. It can be turned into 10 shorts and reels. It can be turned into one long form YouTube video. It can then be put on all the different channels. Those shorts and reels can go on Facebook, can go on Instagram, can go on TikTok, can go on YouTube, etc. So one piece of content that's done well can then be repurposed into all kinds of clips and in all kinds of channels. So you can use systems to multiply whatever your effect is. Here's the thing though, if you don't persevere, one piece of content on one day or once in a week or once every now and then, it's just not going to do it for you. And I know some of you think, well, I don't want to bother my list, or I don't want to bother people. I promise you, they don't know you exist. The way social media works with Facebook, you may have thousands of friends or you may have thousands of followers. I promise you, the vast majority will never see your content. I will put a post in our private Facebook group and I'll even tag everyone in it. And I will come back 3 or 4 hours later, like for this BSPU call, and I will find that only 15 or 20 of the thousands of people in that group have viewed the post. You can't think that one post or one piece of content is going to change it for you. It has to be content every single day because people aren't seeing it. They're not seeing it. I promise you, you're not going to bother anybody. That's number 4. Consistent engagement, perseverance on this. Start something like this and then think, I'm not going to quit on this for a year. I'm going to post every single day for a year. I'm going to write content every single day for a year. Think in a longer term period, because it might take you 6 months before you really start seeing traction. But once you do, it's a game changer. Number 5, and finally, make a plan. Listen to what I'm talking about. Go back through the BSPU content. Make a plan for your book based on whatever your goal is, and then execute that plan with violence, with intention. General Patton said, a good plan violently executed today is far better than an excellent plan executed next month. What I mean by violent execution is when you make your plan, when you set your goal, don't let go of it. Hold on to it. Follow through with it. Get started on it immediately. Success with your book doesn't happen accidentally. It's the result of deliberate actions that you take and a structured plan that you have. If your plan is to be on lots of podcasts, then you're going to have to reach out to lots more podcasts, right? If you want to be on 100 podcasts in a year, you'll probably have to reach out to a few thousand to get on 100. If your plan is to sell your book with paid advertising, you're probably going to have far more failed ads than you're going to have successful ads. At least that's my case. That's okay. Execute on your plan, execute on it with perseverance, execute on it with great intention, and you'll be successful. Whatever strategies, whatever things that you learn, whatever things you want to apply, it's the execution that matters. Great ideas are a dime a dozen. Any ideas you get from this, fantastic. I'm grateful. But the reality is they're a dime a dozen. All that matters is your execution on those things. Okay? All right, let me give you the 5 again. I'll give you 6. Have a goal for your book. That was kind of 0. Number 1, adopt the right mindset. Okay, not a scarcity mindset. There are people right now that want your book. There are people right now that want your solutions. Number 2, make more offers, do more. The Jim Rohn story. Of course she's successful. Look at all that she's doing. Number 3, leverage different channels consistently. Not just one channel, not just once in a while, daily, consistently. Number 4, perseverance is a superpower. Prioritize persistent and consistent engagement. with whatever it is that you're doing, your plan. And then number 5, make sure you have a plan. Importantly, what matters is the execution. Execute your plan with intention. And if you're a war buff, use Patton's idea. A good plan violently executed today is far better than whatever you can come up with tomorrow or next month. Okay? Do something about it.